a new parent and looking for the best way to bottle feed your baby. In this video, I'm going to share with you my top tips on how to position your baby properly when bottle feeding. 1. What is the best way to position a baby when bottle feeding? The best way to position a baby for bottle feeding is with the head slightly elevated. This helps ensure the milk flow is gentle and that the baby can swallow the milk easily. It also prevents them from choking or taking in too much air while they feed. 2. What should parents keep in mind while positioning their babies for bottle feeding? Parents should position their baby in a way that is comfortable and secure for the child, while still allowing them to be able to swallow and digest the milk safely. It is important to ensure that your baby's head and neck are supported properly so they will not choke on the milk. Additionally, it is necessary to make sure that your baby's airway remains open at all times during feeding. Placing a pillow or towel under your baby's shoulders can help keep their head elevated above the rest of their body, which will also reduce choking risks. Ensure that your baby's chin is tucked against their chest. This helps keep the tongue out of the back of the throat and reduces the chances of choking. Lastly, as you feed your baby, keep their head tilted slightly forward so that the milk will not go down too quickly and cause them to gag or choke. 3. How do you make sure your baby gets enough food while bottle feeding? When bottle feeding your baby, it is important to ensure that they get enough milk. To do this, you should feed them frequently and follow their cues when they are full. It is also important to use the right bottle and nipple size for your baby's age and development level. If you are using the formula, be sure to measure out an appropriate amount of powder per feeding. Additionally, keep in mind that it is best to switch sides while bottle feeding so that your baby can receive both breasts worth of milk during a single session. This is especially key if you are breastfeeding as well. Doing so helps prevent the oversupply of breast milk production, which can cause difficulties or digestive issues for the baby, you, or both. 4. Should I use a nursing pillow or pillow wedge during bottle feeding? Nursing pillows and pillow wedges can be very helpful during bottle feeding. They provide support for both your baby and your arms, which can make the experience more comfortable for both of you. Nursing pillows are typically curved in shape to fit around your body and provide extra cushioning, while a pillow wedge helps prop up your baby at an angle that makes it easier to swallow formula or breast milk. Be sure to use one that is designed specifically for bottle feeding as opposed to breastfeeding, since this will ensure that it fits right and won't be too soft or too hard. Additionally, make sure the nursing pillow or wedge is securely fastened so it doesn't move out of place while in use. 5. Is it okay to prop up my baby's head with a blanket while bottle feeding? No, do not prop the baby's head with a blanket while bottle feeding. This might cause your baby to choke on the milk or formula if they move. Instead, you should use your arm to support the baby's neck and shoulders with their back against it. Make sure their chin is slightly tucked in so they can swallow safely and comfortably while feeding. 6. Are there any tips on how to hold my baby during bottle feeding so that she won't choke on the milk? Yes, there are some simple tips to ensure your baby doesn't choke on the milk during bottle feeding. The most important tip is to keep your baby in an upright position. Ensure that your baby's head rests slightly above his/her stomach to aid digestion and reduce the risk of choking. When you're holding the bottle, tilt it so that the nipple is always full of milk, with no air bubbles. It's also helpful to hold the bottle at a 45-degree angle while feeding and burp your baby frequently. 7. Are there any other tips and tricks for parents who are new to bottle feeding their babies? Yes, here are some additional tips and tricks for parents who are just getting started with bottle feeding. Ensure the nipple on your baby's bottle is the correct size for their age. If it is too large, your baby may have difficulty controlling the flow of milk and become frustrated. If it is too small, they may not get enough milk at once, leading to frequent feedings. Make sure you warm up the formula or express breast milk before feeding your baby. Warm liquids can be soothing on a young stomach and help encourage them to finish the feed. Gently burp your baby between each feeding session to prevent discomfort from swallowed air bubbles. You can lift them up and pat their back until they release the air. Try to hold your baby in an upright position for as long as possible during feedings, so that gravity can help keep the milk flowing. A nursing pillow may help you prop them up if needed. When feeding time is over, be sure to thoroughly clean your baby's bottle, nipples, and any other equipment used during the feeding session. This will help prevent bacterial growth and contamination of future feedings. Bottle feeding your baby can be a great bonding experience if done correctly. With the right positioning and bottle, you'll help ensure that your baby is comfortable while eating. We hope this article has provided helpful tips on how to position your baby for maximum comfort during feedings. If you have any other insights or experiences with bottle feeding, please share them in the comments below. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more informative articles about parenting and health topics.